Hello, Tracy the Sleep Coach here, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about what to do when you are awake in the night, and it equally applies to what can I do in the evening as a part of my buffer zone as I wind down for sleep. Now, what do you do in the night if you're awake? Now, within cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, there is a behavioral technique called stimulus control, and usually people are asking in the context of implementing this particular technique. If you're not sure what stimulus control is, check out the link in the description underneath this video, where I will link to a couple of other videos I have done on the fundamentals of stimulus control and some of the things to be aware of if you're implementing this particular technique. Now, if you're implementing cbt-i and you are awake at night and you decide that you're going to get out of bed and go someplace else and engage in another activity, what do you do? It's a really common question that I get. What should I do? The most important thing to remember is this approach is not meant to make you go into another room so that you can get sleepy and then go back to sleep. Fundamentally, this is a technique that is about associating your bed with sleepiness and other places with wakefulness. So the answer really isn't that complicated. You're not going out of the room to do something else to try to make yourself bored and tired and sleepy so that you can go back to sleep. You're going out of the room to disassociate your wakefulness feelings with the bed. So what do? It's easy. Do something you like doing. Don't pick something boring and irritating in the hopes that it's going to help bore you back to sleep, because that is going to be completely counterproductive, I'm afraid. Now, if you enjoy reading, read. If you enjoy watching TV, now a lot of people think that that's taboo, watch some television. It's a great idea to not have bright lights right up in your face, but if your TV is off a little bit distant, watch something that you find relaxing and, most importantly, enjoying. Now, I've had people come to me saying, I hate crossword puzzles. I find them so boring, but I leave a stack of crossword puzzles on the table and I go out and I do those if I wake up at night. But I find I get really, really irritated because I don't like them. But they're boring, so I'm hoping they will help get me back to sleep. Now, remember, this technique is not about getting you back to sleep. It is about associating wakefulness with someplace else and sleepiness with the bed. So the idea is to stay up, do something you enjoy. If you do something you enjoy, your arousal is going to come down. If your arousal comes down, the sleepiness feelings will be able to come back. And that you can then take those sleepiness feelings and engage in the exercise of retraining your brain to associate the sleepiness feelings with the bed. If you sit there grinding away, doing something that you hate, your arousal will increase. You'll be wasting your time. Our time alive and awake is actually really precious, so do something that you enjoy. So I know that people would like a list of sort of safe activities, even if they are meant to be enjoyable activities, which ones are going to be the best ones to do. It really doesn't have to be so complicated or so prescriptive. If you're engaging in stimulus control and you want to disassociate your wakefulness from your bed and you're going someplace else, just don't stress about it. Do something you like doing. And when you get sleepy, go back to bed. So what if you're a person who just wants to think about what to do in the evening before you go to bed in order to help you get off to a restful sleep and optimize the sleep that you do get? And the same rule kind of applies. Just do something that you like doing. A lot of people default to doing things like doom scrolling on social media. And I do try to encourage people to find other indoor hobbies and indoor activities that they enjoy doing so that they don't get trapped on their phone scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. In part, the light is really bright and it's in your face. But the worst thing about it is that you're going to be scrolling along your social media feed and you're going to see breaking news and you're going to see really exciting news. You're going to see bad news. And all of this mental stimulation and emotional energy is something that you'd like to avoid engaging with right before you go to sleep, because it will serve to stimulate your mind, your body, and your arousal system. If you're pretty disciplined and you are on a different kind of network that is a little bit more contained, something like Mighty Networks is one that I really like, and you have a hobby craft or something that you engage in there that is just something that you like to do, it's not particularly kind of emotionally arousing, feel free. Hop onto Mighty Networks and look at your knitting group, for example, like I do. Different kinds of contexts are very, very different. And the thing about using a phone at night, it's less about the impact of the blue light. There is going to be a little bit of an impact there. But in the long term, if you're talking about long-term sleeping difficulties, we're more concerned with the arousal and the stimulation that's going to come through engaging in things that are really, really stimulating. So again, just like if you're implementing stimulus control, don't try to bore yourself to death all night. A lot of people come to me and they have this long list of things that they have to do. And they sound like punishments the way people describe them. They're punishing themselves for not sleeping well by doing lots of things that they feel obligated to do, that they might dislike doing, that they feel like they have to do in order to get good sleep. And let me tell you, a lot of people have been doing these things for months and years and they're still not sleeping well. It isn't helpful or productive to engage in self-sabotage in that way and self-punishment. Just do something that you like to do. I would love to know what you like to do as part of your wind down in the evening. And I'd also be interested in the kinds of things that you engage in because you enjoy them if you wake up in the middle of the night. So do drop me a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to write to me or put them in the comments below. And if you liked this video or found it interesting or think that somebody else might like it, please give it a like, hit the subscribe button so when you know the next one is going to come out. And share it with your friends. I would really love to help share this channel with more people so that I can help more people sleep better and recover from insomnia.